So check it out. Welcome back to the Science of Peace. And really, I don't have a lesson. It was kind of a lesson, but I really just wanted to have a conversation for real. Because, well, to start off, my intent of having this conversation is basically to spread love and light and hopefully inspire and uplift others to do the same during these times. You know what I'm saying? But one key point that I do want to get across to all of us is that, hey, look, in the words of Bob Marley, don't worry about a thing. Because every little thing is going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be all right. And I just want to offer some solutions. Because I like to think, I like to be solution oriented and give you things that we can do to alleviate some of this mess. You know what I mean? So if you have not watched the video that I posted of the doctor explaining what a virus is and the connection to the 5G network, please watch it. It's a lot of great information. It's going to give you a different perspective on what is going on with this whole corona thing. And it's a lot of information that he broke down in a very simple way that you can understand that the media is not going to report about, but you will have to go do the research on your own. But so I want to give some solutions based on what he was talking about, and I'll give like a brief synopsis. Basically, if you don't know about the 5G network, and you may have heard some of the cell phone companies talking about, higher speeds, you know what I'm saying, faster connection with the 5G. We used to be on 3G, then it went to 4G, now it's in the 5G, this fifth generation. And basically, like, over 2,000 scientists a couple years back were petitioning to the UN saying that the 5G was basically hazardous to public health and hazardous to the point where they felt like it was a violation of human rights, because when you release that 5G into the atmosphere, it's everywhere. It's in the air. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't even escape it. Then they're building 5G towers in people's neighborhoods. And, even with the 3G and the 4G towers that they were building, and in certain neighborhoods, like, children were coming up with brain tumors. You know what I'm saying? It just causes a lot of health issues. And you can look that up as well. Cancers, brain tumors, even depression, like all types of things. And that's when it was in the lower, like 3G, 4G. Now it's at 5G. And coincidentally, the first city that they launched the whole 5G network was, guess where? Wuhan. And what they were finding was that this 5G, it weakens your immune system. And it gives you flu-like symptoms. You know what I'm saying? It weakens your immune system and gives you flu-like symptoms. People were dropping dead in Wuhan. And that ain't from no corona. You know what I'm saying? But when he breaks down what the virus is and how you have certain toxins in your body, and the virus is the excretion of that material from the cells, that was what this coronavirus is. But what caused it, you know what I'm saying, is these electromagnetic frequencies. It's basically radiation. Think about, and he breaks it down, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to repeat what he said, but he breaks it down. But real quick, just think about the effects that radiation has on cancer patients. You know what I mean? And so it's having this effect, and even greater, being permeated through the air, which is why it can go from Wuhan to freaking Maryland in the United States like that. Because just think about how fast can you send a text message to someone in China. It's like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's that same electromagnetic frequency. It's those same waves that are permeating through the air, and it's causing disease. But anyway, for solutions to these things, and this is the part that I like, that you gotta kind of like change your mind about, change your perspective. You change your perspective, you change your reality. Because what it's really doing, y'all, And I'm really talking to my indigenous people. And when I say indigenous, yes, I am talking to you, black people. We are indigenous. You know what I'm saying? Aboriginal and indigenous, original in all every sense. You know what I'm saying? Whether you want to call yourself black or African American or whatever name they calling us this week, colored, Negro. You know what I'm saying? But like, look, it's making us go back to our ancient ways, and a lot of us have already started. A lot of us came in this world like that, but that's what we signed up for. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't forget that you signed up to be here at this time, and we already knew that this was happening, because this is a spiritual warfare. Regardless of what everything that's happening and what anyone is saying, yeah, in the physical, it's some things going on with politicians and, healthcare industry, food industry. But before it is even hitting the physical, it has to happen in the spiritual first. You know what I'm saying? It goes from spiritual to the physical. This is a spiritual warfare, and there will always be balance. And that's what I want y'all to understand, is that there will always be balance. So when there's good, there will always be evil. You know what I'm saying? When there's love, there will always be fear. You know what I'm saying? It's like good, G-O-O-D, you take away one of those O's and you got God. Devil, you take away the D and you got evil. You know what I'm saying? It's balanced no matter what. So the point of the matter is, which one are you going to focus on? Are you going to focus on the devil or evil? Or are you going to focus on the good or God? You know what I'm saying? Because whatever you focus on, whatever you choose to give your energy to, and don't forget how powerful you are as a people, that energy that we possess, whew, and whatever you choose to focus that energy on is going to magnify, amplify, and manifest. You know what I'm saying? So if you focus on the evil, then you're going to attract evil, and you're only going to see evil, because that's going to be your perspective, because your perspective is your reality. Remember that. You know what I'm saying? Remember who you are. And if you choose to focus on the love, then you're going to attract love, and you're going to see love everywhere, because that's just your perspective, and that's your reality, because you are the creator. We're all co-creating at the same time. So knowing that there's going to be balance, knowing that there's going to be evil, knowing that there's going to be God and love and fear, like don't ever think that it's just always going to be gravy, because it's not. There has to be balance. That's the way it's set up here on earth. And you knew that before you signed up to be here. So just remember that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just going to choose to focus on the love. I'm not ignorant of the fact of the fear factors and all of that is going on. Be informed, but do not be consumed. You know what I'm saying? So, and another point I want to make is that, going back to our ancient ways, hey, meditating right now is key. You know what I'm saying? And for those of us that meditate daily, we might want to amp it up some and start meditating 2 to 3 times a day, because that also is raising your vibration and blocking EMF rays, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? Meditation is not just to calm your mind. Meditation also strengthens your immune system. You know what I'm saying? Meditation raises your vibration, and when you walk into a room, you can change the atmosphere with your vibration, whether you meditate or not. Because somebody can walk into a room with a funky attitude and everybody can feel it, and they don't say a word. That's that vibration. You feel me? So like, you spending time in nature, for one, you meditating, getting back to self, knowing yourself. And believe me, I know that a lot of people complain and they say, oh, I can't meditate because every time I sit there, I just keep thinking of all this stuff. Guess what? That's everybody goes through that. And that's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like when you try to learn how to ride a bike. You ain't just going to get on that bike and start popping wheelies. You gotta train your brain, you know what I'm saying? And you have to reprogram yourself, because we have been inundated with all the technology, you know what I'm saying? The calcifying of the third eye. All of that stuff affects the way we think. And it's on purpose, because it's a spiritual warfare. They don't want you thinking in your full capacity, using your whole brain, using your subconscious. They don't want you tapping into who you really are, knowing who you really are. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you using that. So, of course, you're going to be distracted. But this is the time where you're not going to be distracted no more. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could, But those of